So, growing up, my family, we weren't very technical. We didn't own a TV. We had record players when it wasn't cool to have record players. And that's just how we were, and we were okay with it. My mom continually, for many Christmases, ignored the fact that I wanted a cricket doll. If you remember what those were, you'd put a tape in her back and she would talk. I just got normal stuffed animals, way even into my 20s, so I don't know if she's trying to tell me something. But we never had anything like that, and we didn't really care. And growing up in the 90s, there was this thing that was really big with all of our friends. It was a little box that came in a two-tone gray color. And everybody had them but us. It was Nintendo. Now, I didn't really care too much because, again, I wasn't around them, and my stuffed animals sure didn't get those for Christmas either, so I didn't really care too much about Nintendo. Until my mom, I met a new friend from work who had two older boys that we would start to play with, and they had it. And these guys were 3 years older than I was, so they were automatically already cool. Like, it didn't matter if they had a Nintendo or not, just because they were older, even though one still peed the bed and the other one drooled every time he laughed. They were still, like, the coolest kids we'd ever met. And they started playing with it, and then I was like, oh man, I really, really, really want one of these. I really, really want this Nintendo. My mom's like, very accurate. But what happened was, after a couple of years, I think, I'm not sure if Kurt Cobain was alive at this time or not. If he was, then it wasn't for much longer that I finally got a Nintendo, and I thought it was the coolest thing. My brother obviously hogged it, and we got a couple games. We got Mario. We got Mickey Mousecapades, because it wasn't as violent as Mario. And my brother got a game called Mega Man. Oh my God. I don't know what happened to my 9-year-old body. Every time my brother would pop Mega Man in, but I fell in love with Mega Man. I didn't know that basically a face that consisted of beige, 2 dots in a line, could make a girl go insane. I didn't even like blue. But there was something about him. I loved watching my brother play Mega Man. I would just sit there and be like, do you want to turn? I'd be like, no, keep going. I haven't seen this level before. And it was just like, he's perfect in my mind. At 9, right? He even had a dog. He was responsible. He was a hero. And oh my God, ladies, there's nothing better when a guy has great theme music. It's catchy. You can write lyrics to it and just hum to yourself all day long. Now, not being the most, I guess, smartest, well, I wasn't dumb. I was just very naive. I was very sheltered. But I didn't know how to deal with these feelings about Mega Man. And my brother one day was like, do you want to play? And I was like, okay. So I started playing it, and about 2 seconds in, I killed him. And I don't know if any of you have ever killed the love of your life. But it sucks. I distinctly remember being like, no! No, I was like, just play again. And so I was like, oh, okay, he's okay. He was just hurt. I remember jumping. He even shot once, and I was like, do it! And he just went down again. And I killed him, and then I finally was like, game over. And then I just put the controller down, and I'm like, I can't do this. And I honestly just felt horrible. Like, I don't know what I was even thinking. But I remember just being like, I'm not going to play this again. I'm not going to play this again. Like, I feel like I had betrayed him. Like, I don't know. I thought, like, I was like, oh, I was going to be this great wife and look after him. And I fucking killed him. And I didn't know what to do. So we went back a couple times and I didn't go near it. It was hard to stay away from him. But I couldn't, like, I legitimately felt horrific. And we went back to my mom's friend's two sons' house one time. And they had this magical machine to go with the Nintendo. It's called a Game Genie. Yeah. And they showed me how to use it. And they taught me a couple of codes here and there. And I was like, you guys got any from Mega Man? And they were like, yeah, we do. And they wrote down with crayon on a piece of paper for like infinite lives. So I went home and I plugged it in and it worked. And it was amazing because then we just lived in our lovely 2-bit world. I would just sit there and listen to the music. We would jump up. We would die and be like, he's coming back. He's coming back. He's not going out for cigarettes and never coming back. He's coming back. And I learned a valuable lesson with that relationship is that sometimes cheating is a good thing. Thank you so much.